David Garrigus and his small production company based in Wilmington, North Carolina, is attempting a monumental task, bringing the Constitution to a nationwide audience in a historical documentary called The American Constitution.
Work begins on a film project to teach you about our country's Constitution. The American Constitution is an upcoming documentary being filmed here. The independent film will tell the story of the U.S. Constitution's creation through the actual words of the founders, performed by actors. Filmmaker David Garrigus thinks the country's founders would be disturbed at how little most Americans know about the Constitution.
If I may quote James Madison, he said, "A people who mean to be their own governors must arm themselves with the power that knowledge gives." So they feared that if we're creating this form of government that gives all this power to the general population, to the people really need to understand what that government's about. If they don't, it's doomed to failure.
Garrigus is best known for his award-winning PBS documentary that recounted Orville and Wilbur Wright's struggle to invent the first airplane.
Two guys in a bicycle shop that changed the world. It's good old Yankee ingenuity.
Garrigus's own version of Yankee ingenuity involves finding ways of bringing an expansive period costume drama with more than 50 actors to the screen within the much tighter financial constraints of a documentary budget.
We have gotten a tremendous amount of help from constitutional scholars and historians, veteran actors, and Revolutionary War reenactors who all see that there's a bigger principle at stake here.
The Constitution is an effort, a real effort, to institute the values expressed in the Declaration of Independence. This was the mechanism for ordered liberty.
So if you go to the National Archives, at the center of the grand room is not the Declaration of Independence, but the Constitution.
I think it's harder to explain the Constitution than it is to explain the Revolution. It's such a radical change and totally unanticipated. No one in 1776 imagined such a strong national government.
This was the first time in world history anything like that happened. It was a monumental event.
This is nothing less than an American Big Bang.
And to go in and to be able to see those documents and to get half a foot away from them and to see the signatures, George Washington, James Madison, Ben Franklin, all on one paper. I mean, it's these documents that give us our political freedom, that give us our rights as Americans. We owe everything, all the liberties and freedoms that we have, to these documents and the men who wrote them.